These players are breaking rank system, how they are winning every match, not even single lose. Why everyone's saying that they are bad cheaters, they using tricks to win every match. Open the global leaderboard, and in the ranking system, you'll find this weird name. His current rank is just crazy. It will seriously make you feel jealous. When you open his match history, you'll see this guy is literally winning every match. No matter how much you scroll, it's only victories. Now, remember this. His total matches played is 58-29. That's really important. His win rate is mind-blowing, and his overall stats are just insane. His hero statistics clearly say, yes, I'm the best player in the world right now. Now let's check the second place player. Again, you'll see the same results, an insane current rank, and in the match history, only victories. Even the statistics show he also played 58-29 matches and has the same win rate. So basically, all the top global players have the same number of matches and win rate. Just open any of the top 5 IDs, you'll notice the same pattern. That's because they're playing in a 5-man squad and always queue together, which is why their stats match exactly. Now, the important question many people are asking is, if they all have the same number of matches, why are their ranks different? Why does one have more stars than the others? Well, the answer is simple. When the season started, they were all in legend rank. Whoever got MVP in those early games earned more star-raising points. You can literally see that the guy in first place has more MVPs than the guy in second place. Once they reached Mythic, Mountain stopped giving star-raising points. So after that, it didn't matter who got MVP. For example, the player in third place got a lot of MVPs later on, but by then, the others had already surpassed him in rank. Next, many people are saying that these players are playing against bot enemies or low-rank opponents. So let's find out the truth. I'm going to follow 5 players from different matches, and I'll pick the worst-performing player in each match to increase the chances of uncovering the reality. If even the worst players are high-ranked, we'll get some clear answers. As you can see, 2 of them are Immortal II Glory, and 1 guy is Legend. Let me check how he even got into this match. Time to follow every player from that match. If all of them turn out to be Legend or low-ranked, it might tell us something. So in that match, 3 were Glory, 1 was Honor, 1 was Legend. So is this considered cheating? Not yet, we need more proof. Let's now follow 5 players from another match. Things are getting complicated. This time you can see all of them are literally immortal players, except for Skylar, who seems different. So where is the low-ranked player? In one match, we saw a few low-ranked players. In another, we saw only high-ranked ones. I've done this process many times, and to be fair, the majority of the time, the enemies were actually Immortal or Glory. This clearly shows that they're not always playing against low-ranked players. Even when they do get low-rank opponents, it's likely due to speed-up matchmaking. That low-rank 5-man squad might have pressed fast matchmaking, which leads to quicker matches, but it ends up matching them against higher-ranked players. Now, I'm not saying all of them are playing against top-tier enemies. In the case of KK Esport, you might find more low-rank opponents, but in DF's match history, you'll often find strong opponents. Another claim is that they are using a VPN, and their enemies aren't even from Indonesia. Some argue that even if the enemies are immortal, they're not as skilled as Indonesian immortals, for example, Indian players. That's a tough claim, but let's investigate. In one game, all the enemies were clearly Indonesian. In the next match, again, all Indonesian. Here, we see an Indian flag, but when I checked his ID, it turns out he's actually Indonesian, just using the Indian flag. In yet another match, again, all the enemies are Indonesian. So even when someone appears to be from another server, checking their ID confirms they're Indonesian. Conclusion, their enemies are not bad. Their server is not different, and yet they are still winning every match. So the real question is, how are they still dominating so consistently? To find the truth, I started watching their live streams on TikTok. I watched a total of 6 matches. In one of them, the enemies were actually good, but they gave up after realizing they were playing against DF. They just said, give us a picture, and once they got a group photo, they surrendered within a few minutes. Take a look at the enemy players named 34+35. I followed them in game right after the live to check if they were low-ranked players, and guess what? Again, they were not low-ranked. There were 2 immortal players, 1 Glory and 1 mythic player, a girl who was being carried. You know what I mean. Even in the lobby, their ping looked good, no signs of VPN. This time, I decided to watch everything from draft pick to bans and hero selection. You can clearly see they aren't even assigning roles. They already know who's playing what. Their understanding of bans is solid too. It's not like they're banning random heroes like Yin or Johnson. If you look at the enemy picks, they weren't bad either. The enemy squad looked coordinated with good teamwork. You could even check their affinity and rotations. For example, Farsa rotated to the top lane within just 30 seconds and helped Granger secure first blood. At one point, it looked like the enemies were winning. They had more more kills and started making a comeback. But once DF began focusing on the gold lane and attacking as a team, the enemies couldn't handle their teamwork. The match ended in just 9 minutes. After the match, I again followed the enemies in-game. It turns out they were a glory squad, which is normal. Immortal squads often get matched with glory squads. That happens every day. Even though some had different flags, when I checked their hero section, all of them were Indonesian. So in the end, I want to clear one thing up. There's a video from an Indonesian YouTuber where a guy is playing with KK Esports, and the enemies are picking bad heroes and playing like low rankers. But I personally checked a lot of matches. From the video I showed, I checked about 20 enemies, and during my research, I checked over 50+ enemy profiles. And the truth is, around 80% of the time, they were Indonesian high-ranked players. You can literally check this yourself. Just follow 50 enemy players from their match history and see the results. They are winning simply because they are pro players, playing full 5-man squads with the same members all season, using only a few selected heroes, and constantly communicating with each other. That's why they always win. You can check their TikTok too. The ID is Nikastor. They're almost always live, and you'll notice they're genuinely good. It's not like they play the best Ling in the world, but their team coordination is insane because they've been playing together for many seasons, day and night. That's the true reason behind their victory. Yes, some global players are using VPNs to play on easier servers, and some even use hacks. And while it's impossible to say for sure if DF is using any kind of hack, there's no evidence of VPN tricks or low-rank enemies in DF's case. Some people in the comments have asked, if they're that good, why don't they play in esports tournaments? Well, being better than regular players and being better than esports professionals are two different things. Plus, many of these global players doing rank boosting are actually retired esports players. Even on Nika Store's live streams, you'll sometimes see Azure esports players joining. Let me know in the comments, do you think DF are really good players or are they using cheats? What's your opinion?
If this video was interesting, make sure to press the like button. Also subscribe my channel. My all social media links are in description. Thanks for watching.